Lesson number 3, the magic pot. Now I'm going to play the video clipping for you. It's very nice story. You will enjoy the story and it is very happy to listen also. So go through the story what all I'm sending here. It will be enjoyable story for you, and there is a message also where you can find this lesson very enjoyable. Okay children, now I am going to play the video for you.
English 1, 2, 3. The magic pot. Reading. Anything which does not happen in a natural way is called magic. Can magic make us prosperous? Read and enjoy this story. Once upon a time there lived a poor woodcutter called Subhadatta in Patliputra. One day, when he was cutting wood in the forest, he saw 4 yakshas. They were dressed in beautiful silk clothes and shining jewelry. If they get angry with me, they will curse me, Shubhadatta thought. His leg trembled with fear. However, these yakshas were kind people. Who are you? They asked Shubhadatta gently. I am Shubhadatta, a woodcutter, my masters, he replied. The yakshas looked at his torn clothes and thin body and decided to help him. They said to him, work for us for 1 month. We will reward you well and you will never be hungry again. But what about my family? Shubhadatta said. We will send you to your wife in her dream, said the yakshas. You will tell her that you are safe and that you will return after a month. In the morning when she wakes up, she will find money and clothes by her side. 3. Then I will gladly work for you, my masters, said Shubhadatta happily. Shubhadatta went with the yakshas. They bathed in the river. He helped them dress in silk clothes they made out of the air. Then he laid out the gold plates which they produced magically, but there was no food. There is no food, my master, he said to the yakshas. Then I will gladly work for you, my masters, said Shubhadatta happily. Shubhadatta went with the yakshas. They bathed in the river. He helped. One of them smiled and said, we know that. Take this pot. And he gave Shubhadatta a beautiful pot. Put your hand in it and whatever you want will come out of it. Shubhadatta thought of tasty rice pulao and put his hand in the pot. Lo and behold, he had a rice in his hand. Then he thought of other tasty food. The dishes appeared before him. He put the food on the gold plate and set them before the yakshas. What a wonderful pot, he said after the meal. Shubhadatta took the pot and went home. His wife and children were very happy to see him back. He showed them the magic pot. He drew out beautiful clothes and shining jewels from it. They were wonderstruck. Let us have a feast for all the neighbors, but don't tell them where the food comes from, said Shubhadatta to his wife. They invited 100 guests and served them the most delicious food they had ever eaten. You are just a poor woodcutter. Where did you get the money to buy such good food? One of the guests said to Shubhadatta. Shubhadatta grinned but kept quiet. He was afraid that someone would steal his pot, but the neighbors were curious. They kept asking him. At last, Shubhadatta could not stop himself from boasting. He brought the pot out and said, see, the yakshas gave me this magic pot because I worked so hard. It gives me anything I want. Shubhadatta started dancing with the pot in his hand, and suddenly Horror of horrors, the pot slipped from his hands, fell to the floor and broke. He quickly started picking up the pieces to put them together again. For a moment everyone saw the whole pot and then it vanished. Shubhadatta cried, "If I was not foolish to boast about the pot, it would be with me. What a fool I am!" But nothing could bring the pot back. Shubhadatta went looking for the yakshas many times, but he never saw them again. At last, reading comprehension 1. Write true or false for each sentence.
So this is about your story, The Magic Pot, how the foolish woodcutter have lost the food and also the good clothes which the magic pot used to give. So you should not be greedy. What all we have, you should be happy with that. This story tells us that we should not boost our things. What all we have, we should not boost. Boosting means ಹೊಗಳ್ಕೊಳೋದು. ನಮ್ಮದು ನಾವು ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿ ಹೊಗಳ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ನಮಗೆ ಅದು ಅಪಾಯಕಾರಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ನೆಮ್ಮದಿಸ್ಥರಾಗೆ ಇರಬೇಕು. ವಿ ಶುಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ಬೂಸ್ಟ್ ಅವರ್ ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ವಿ ಹಾಲ್ in our life. So children, this is all about today's class. In the next class I am going to take the grammar part and also the question and answers for what all you have in the textbook. Okay children, bye, take care. This is all for today's class.